Howdy there, boys and girls. It's your boy, Ayolo, back with another video. We back, in my house. Whoop there, wop, whoop, wop. I ain't got to keep on explaining this. So today's video is about a project I have to do for my environmental science class about building my own city. Woo! I have to answer the 17 problems of the world, so to speak. There are about 17 and their problems that the world faces, of course, that the UN wants to deal with. And with them 17 questions, I have to build a city around that to help combat those 17 things. The 17 things are poverty, hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, strong institutions, and partnerships for the goals, right? So with these 17 questions, I answer them, and once I answer them, like I said, build a city. So we had 3 options. You use Blender, you do it in person, or you can use Minecraft. So I don't know if y'all can tell. You can't tell, but my computer's, how do I say it? Caca? That's the proper way to say it. Oh my. I'm leaving this in.
One more.
I'm so pissed. Good morning, Longhorns. That's it? Bud. But, so I chose to do Minecraft. I chose to make a Minecraft city in town, right? Yeah, yada, yada, whoop there, whoop, whoop, wow. So, first, I blew up. I started a super flat underground world. And I got some TNT, and I blew up just a little shape to just get the general, randomness of nature and how random it is in the layout. And so while I was blowing up everything, I'm not saying that's poor. That's a poor joke, but blowing up things. And then once I got the general area, filled it up with water, made it a little island, and then surrounded the cities. Whoop de wop, whoop wop, whoop wop. Right? So the 17 questions I have to answer. We're going to go down that first, and then I'm going to give y'all a little tour of my city and stuff of that nature. Yeah, because this part is for my teacher, so she can watch it. And, so poverty. Prioritization of social welfare with the unification and centralization of social programs. As in, we're going to help the needy and need the help. Help the needy that need the help. Ooh, bars. Hunger. Have facilities for citizens where they can receive a decent meal that is provided by the government. Have food rescuers, people that collect donor foods and distribute them to social services. Good health and well-being. Introducing free healthcare for citizens. Increasing the serving of more organic foods in public kitchens. Quality education. Instead of focusing on individual rankings and tests, we encourage more group work and challenging the ways that things are normally done to really make your brain expand. We give all children tuition-free schooling, have a nationwide standards for schooling, just in case you want to go to private. Helping students find the secondary education that fits their personalities. Because some people just ain't for college. Me, I'm not meant for college. I'm not going to college. College ain't for me. But I do want education outside of high school, so technical school is what I chose. Gender equality. By allowing all citizens to run for a political position and being a part of government debates, teaching the youth about respecting all people and their opinions, and promote non-traditional views on family and work life. Clean water and sanitation. Creating strict regulations on the discarding of pollutants into bodies of water, no matter the place. No matter it's a lake, river, creek, ocean. We're going to put regulations on that. Affordable and clean energy. relying more on renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power, using waste from food, animals, etc. to produce heat, electricity, and biofuel. Now, this is a real cool idea I got from Copenhagen. I think it's Copenhagen. They do that. That's cool. Decent work and economic growth. The government is going to sponsor vocational programs to help train unskilled workers, pairing workers with services that they are interested in to help motivate them, and raising the minimum wage so that you can at least cover the bare necessities of life. Because $7.25 ain't covering the bare necessity of life. How you gonna get you a 2024 Dodge Durango? They don't even make those no more. How you gonna get you a 2024 Mustang Mach-E? Nobody wants a Mach-E, they're only $30,000. How you gonna get you a 2024 Dark Horse? Actually, forget that also. How you gonna get you a 2024 GT3 RS with $7.25? You can't.
That's not a bare necessity.
That's my bare necessities. I barely necessitize a GT3 RS. What you think? $7.25 can't get you a bike. Am I wrong? Nah.
Depends on the type of bike.
If you want a cool mongoose, nah. $7.25. Maybe if you want I don't know any other brands of bikes. Yeah, I digress.
If you raise minimum wage, then everything else is gonna have to go up.
Hey.
It doesn't solve any problems.
So what am I do? What should I do?
Not get a minimum wage job.
So what about the people that have minimum wage jobs?
They shouldn't be relying on that as their sole income.
You're in a very idealized world. I am also too. The general gist of this thing is not logical. It's just what could and should be done. Okay? Hypotheticals. Hypothetical nonsense. Go watch that YouTube channel. They recently went bankrupt, and I'm very sad because I like their videos. So go watch that. But back to this.
Sorry.
Industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Build a more people-focused city instead of industry-focused. Build apartment homes for those in need. Reduce inequalities. Intergenerational income mobility through tax and transfer programs, promoting human potential effectively. You have potential in you. Look inside. There's something big in you. I'm sorry to say, but some people are gonna have to be average. I always go for the best you can be, but some people must and will be average. There's nothing wrong with being average. It's just that the average person is average, and if you so happen to fall into the average person, that's average. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just what it is. Sustainable cities and communities. Building a walkable cities instead of cities that require motor vehicles. I think I've done that. Actually, no. The main, I'll tell y'all in the description when I show y'all my city. Using electric vehicles, not electronic, electric vehicles, and improving public transportation. Responsible consumption and production. Focus on organic production, establishing rules on organic production also. Climate action, reducing CO2 emissions from traffic, electricity, and district heating consumption. That's why we're going to turn your poop into energy, to get rid of the CO2. The CO2 stands for, come on, bro, let's think of something good. Come on, bro. We talking about poo-poo, CO2. You spell caca with K's. There's a joke there.
Carbon dioxide.
You heard this nerd? Man said carbon dioxide. That's not funny. That's why I make jokes. And he advises. I'm not going to tell you his actual job. He advises. Life below water. Regulating waste that can be dumped into the water, like caca, once again, poo-poo, oil, other things of that nature. Reducing the amount of infrastructure that negatively affects the environment. That's a hard word to say. Life on land. We protecting environments. Adding regulations to collecting of non-renewable resources like, coal, fossil fuels, oil, other things. Peace and justice and a strong institution. We have frequent talks with governments to help the relationships and the growth of peace. Partnerships for the goals. We provide help with governments that are less advanced. I'm not going to say any countries because I'm just not going to say any countries. You might have a country in mind. You do you. But I'm not going to say the country. Now that we went over the questions and how I'm going to answer those 17 problems, let's talk about my city. Okay, so my city, very beautiful city, has two bridges. Two bridges with roads leading out of the city into the closest towns nearby that can be reached without, extra, without extra things. The island in the middle is the main city. I was saying how this is a city project, and I have a city and multiple towns around it. Do that count as a city still? What you think, Mr. Helper in the back?
Yes.
Okay. I hope my other...
Neighborhoods.
Yes. I wouldn't say neighborhoods. They're just actual cities.
Metro area.
Metro areas. Miss Teacher Lady, I'm not going to... For legal reasons and private reasons, I can't say your name, but please understand that I got very into making a nation instead. It's fun. So the buildings on the main city, in the middle, right, there's a little, I want to say downtown New York. Downtown New York. What's that place called? Times Square, basically, yes. It's Times Square. It got mostly buildings of businesses and things of that nature. And then there's buildings on the outskirts on the island are apartments for people to live. And then I want to say on the north side, there's parks, there's recreational areas, recreational areas. And then there's two railroad tracks that lead out the city, that go over water, lead out to the other cities around town. I have two ports. One is for civilians, the other is for cargo. The civilian port is in the recreational area. So once you get off the boats, you get hit by forests. You get hit by parks. So the white and red blocks, right, are hospitals. The light blocks are, I call them power stations, but what would you call that? Where do we get our energy from? What place would we call those places?
Power plants?
Power plants. Power stations, power plants. Those are power plants. The light blocks are power plants. And then the brown boxes are waste disposal facilities. They're located near every city, near every tiny metropolitan area, but also next to railroads for easy collection of waste to turn that said waste into energy at waste disposal facilities. Let's call it that. If you're leaving the city by cars, there's the two bridges that you have to drive across. They lead to two of the cities that are the nearest to the bridge. Because I didn't want a lot of roads, because being more sustainable and less traffic, I just chose to have the roads lead to two of the cities on the outskirts. And then those two cities are located near train stations that you can get on. And the train station goes around the whole perimeter of the general city population so that you can get everywhere and anywhere you need to go. Each town has their own power plants, hospitals, and waste disposal facilities. Most of the cities are located either near a railroad, a port, or by both. Depends on the positioning of the city and how congested it was. And then there's also this mountain that has a waterfall on two sides. The waterfall that is closer to the city is used as a dam, and that's where you get your hydroelectric energy. And then the waterfall at the back of the mountain is where you get your water treatment plant, so your water can taste good, be good, feel good. That powers that mountain water somehow provides enough water for all towns and cities around it in general. Just the whole country, state, city, metropolitan area, whatever. It That's what gets the water from. And to the south, so the other side on the mainland, the part that's not the island, there's the farming area where you have your cows, your crops, it's more plant-based over there, so it's a lot of natural area on that side. There's also a town there, which is a farming town. We're going to call that a farming town. And it got a lot of, farming equipment and things. $1 million tractors, because tractors are $1 million. Don't shake your head at me. Yes, they are. For a good John Deere, you can find it for $1 million. I've done my research. I want a tractor. My benefactor in the back is shaking his head no. Like he farms. He's from the city. He's a city slicker. What he know about farming? He's still shaking his head no. I don't know what he's talking about. He grew up in the mean streets of the city. Once again, I can't disclose what city, but he grew up in the mean streets of the city. And if I think about anything else, I think that would be it about the city. Everything important. I got all the ports. There's ports around, the ports from the island that lead to the mainland that can get you everywhere. The boats, swooped. Yeah. I did a mini city because there's no way I was going to build a whole entire walkable city. I'm sorry, teacher lady. I can't. I'm not. It's all love, but that's kooky and insane and crazy and blasphemous. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. How long I've been recording? Oh, 19 minutes. 20. Teacher, this is no longer a part of the work. This is an extra part of the video. You don't have to watch anymore. This is about me and my own personal life. So, guys, your boy got a job. Your boy got his first legal job, and it's cool. It's cool. I had a little interview. It wasn't really an interview. You see, my interviewer was kind of sick, was kind of under the weather, so she didn't want to talk much. So she just talked to me about the basics, whooped it, wop, wop, told me I got to fill out a few things when I get home. So I filled out a few things, and then she called me back like the next day saying, "Can you work?" I said, "Of course I can work. I need the money. I got to pay this tuition. I need the money." So I came in. First came down. I was real nervous because, never had a job before. I got there. I left the house at about 4 o'clock. Made it there about 4:15. I didn't start work till 5. I sat in the car till 4:30. Got out, talked to her. Whoop that whoop. We walked around the store. I met a few cool people. There's this guy. He wears suits. I seen him twice. Because one time when I wasn't working, and this time now when I'm working, he wears suits. They're very cool suits. He's very drippy. If he sees this, he's very drippy. And then there's also this guy in overalls. I've seen him twice again. He's been in overalls both those times. I want to ask him about his overalls, where he get them from. I digress. I met a few cool people. One of my friends worked there. He's very mean to me. He flipped me off on multiple occasions. I'm going to report him to HR. I'm going to report him to HR. And, yeah, it's a cool place, cool job. I like it. Well, it was my first day, so I don't really know. But, yeah, that's it. I don't want to add too much time to the video. Love y'all. YouTube been really not rocking with me lately. I haven't been thrown out to that many people. I used to be thrown out to at least 1,000, 12,000 people. Man, I'm thrown out to 500 at best. That's not a lot. I don't get that many click-throughs. So if you see this video, I love you. And peace out. Be there for your mental health. Love y'all.